Hello and welcome, fellow Leos, to your August 2023 horoscope. My name is Jeff Smith. I'm your professional astrologer here at Raise Your Vibration TV to give you the cosmic weather forecast for the month of August. And what a month it's going to be. First of all, it is Leo season. We are knee deep in Leo season right now. And look at that. Let's go ahead and look at your chart. We're going to go over a lot of different things today. I'm also going to show you, I took a picture of the calendar that I write out the monthly happenings going on. And I thought, instead of just walking through it, I'm going to give you an actual visual of what's going on here. You can go ahead and take a screenshot, download that, make notes on it, do whatever you want. But that's my process. In preparation for all of this, I go through all the new and full moons, and there's plenty of them this month, Leo. There's a full moon at the beginning of the month and a full moon at the end and a new moon right in the middle, and they all take place on Wednesdays. So I'm telling you right now, August 2nd, 9th, 16th, 23rd, and 30th are going to be all big banger weeks. That's when all the energy shifts. Every Wednesday, the energy shifts in some form or focus. All right? Lots of things to talk about. Really weird month. Could get a little volatile on the world stage, but I guess we are ready for that. Let's go ahead and pull up your chart. Wait, let me transition back to that and work this out because, oh man, I knew that was going to happen. Well, you'll still be able to see the chart. It's just going to be a little, I'll just adjust it when I need to. Not a problem. Okay, see? Boom. Problem solved. There we go. All right, so the sun is in Leo, fellow Leos, kings and queens. And we were opposite that full moon. That was all taking place in relationships. That was taking place around my birthday. And what a fucking good time I had, And then Pluto is right there sitting with that moon. I'm going to tell you something. The way that the moon rose on July 31st when we were having my birthday party and there was a fire out there and everything, and the moon was rising. It was huge in the sky. It was just absolutely beautiful. Surrounded by all my friends. Aquarius is that friend energy, being in the group. And man, I'm just so grateful that I had such a great time. It really set the course for the whole month. So I'm hoping all my Leos out there are experiencing the same thing. Okay. But that full moon is taking place in your seventh and your first house. So in those axes, how do I feel about myself? How do I feel about relationships? Where is my relationship going? Has it taken a weird turn? I'm sure it's taken pretty weird turns. And it's only going to get better, Leo. That's the only thing I could say. But before we start going to the week-to-week thing, we've had that full moon. It illuminated a lot about our relationships and what we want out of relationships, what we don't. Gave me a lot of clarity. So I'm moving forward with that energy. But I want to show you all this retrograde activity that's taking place and exactly what zones or houses that it's taking place with your energy. So let's start at the top. We've got the North Node, which has to do with destiny, stepping into destiny, and Chiron, the wounded healer. Both are retrograde. It's time, and it's happening in your solar ninth house. This is about creating a better philosophy in life for yourself, and it's tied to the moon and the Pluto. And that Pluto is retrograde also. This is about reviewing, what do I want in relationships? What do I need on a daily basis? And just like I just did the weekend report on Friday. I'm doing these astrology reports on the next Saturday. I'm doing them on the 5th. So I did tarot readings for all the signs for the weekend. And the fixed signs, and you can see this. You're a fixed sign, Leo. Fixed sign, Scorpio's fixed, Aquarius is fixed, and Taurus is fixed. There is a lot of things going on that are connecting all our fixed signs. All us fixed signs are going through some form of trial, and with these retrograde planets, it is the universe is asking us to review the way that you've gone about doing things before and reinventing it. I just saw the clock went 444. So pay attention to that, not only 444, but pay attention to what, the universe is shaking your cage. Are you taking action? Are you, you know, we've got so much going on. I mean, you know, Venus is going to be retrograde till about September 4th, and then it's going to move into Virgo. We'll talk about that later as we get onto the calendar. But, you know, it's a time to have fun, reinvent yourself, express yourself, Leo. This is the best time to do it. There's no holding back. You know, even though you feel like you got to hold back, in other ways, you don't have to. In your communications, you don't need to make things complicated. Again, if something didn't work for you before and you're trying to apply that same formula to what you want now, it's not going to work. It's asking you to change it up. All right? You've got Neptune. We have Neptune in its own sign in Pisces. That's a strong energy, but it's retrograde. And then we have Saturn also in Pisces, retrograde. Saturn's a little weak in Pisces, but it still gets things done. It's opposite Mercury at the time of this. So, you know, frustration in communications. What do I say? What do I think? How do I do this? I mean, wow, Leo. I mean, the mind's just going crazy here. And it's usually focused on relationships, work, career, home. It's all that first, fourth, seventh, and 10th house energy, you know? That fixed axis that we're on. Sorry, I took a sip of my coffee. But, you know, we're all four of our signs, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio, we are all going through these trials. And that's what I discussed in the weekend report. So go ahead and take a look at that. So the reason why I'm having you look at these retrogrades is that these planets, not only that, but we're going to have 2 more planets go retrograde. We're going to have a total of 8 retrograde planets at the end of the month. So it's time to slow it down a little bit and look at our approach, all right? So let's go ahead and look at the calendar, all right? I hope everyone can see that. You know what? Let me transition out of this. I'm still learning how to use all this, the OBS system, you know, but it's working. It's working. Daddy just needs a little time to fix things. All right, there we go. We got to just make it smaller a little bit and it will fit, I believe. We don't need to see all of the word August, so I guess that's good. Okay, there we are. So we have, I wonder, can you see the cursor still? Yeah, you can. Good. So look at all the Wednesdays. The 2nd, the 9th, the 16th, the 23rd, and the 30th. All the lunations are taking place. So we have a week where we have a full moon, and then a week of some volatile aspects, some game changers. Then we have a new moon, then more volatile aspects. I mean, the middle of the week is just going to be insane on the world stage. I cannot wait to see what transpires. It's almost an exciting energy there. So we had that full moon in Aquarius, which was a great week. Great week. Probably one of the best weeks I've had all year, to be honest. But then the energy's going to shift. You know, we've got the moon trine the sun today. This is on the 5th. So harmonious aspects abound. The luminaries are shining on you. And then the sun makes a square to Jupiter. So let's not go overboard in finances. Let's cook at home instead of going out to eat, you know. Then on the 9th, this is where, again, we have a reality shift. We got the moon moving into Gemini, so we're going to have that wishy-washy kind of indecisive energy. But not only that, Mars, the planet of action and force and drive, is going to be square. It's going to be challenging Uranus, the planet of sudden shakeups, you know. And this is going to set the world stage. I think around the 9th, we're going to hear some news, some pretty startling news on the world stage, and it's going to lead us into now the weekends, as far as astrologically speaking, they're really good. We got trines between the moon and the sun on that Saturday and the 5th, and then we got the moon making a great trine to Saturn on the 12th. And not only on the 13th, we have the sun conjuncting Venus on the, on that Sunday. And then the moon moving into our sign on the 14th. This looks like the 12th, the 13th, and the 14th, Leo, look excellent opportunities because it's all building up to the new moon in our sign. But before that, Tuesday, the sun makes a square to Uranus. Again, here we go. Another energy shift in the middle of the week. This is going to create some problems. This is going to be, again, it's world stage. It's pay attention to the news, pay attention to what's going on. And then we have the new moon on the 16th. And that is going to be at 23 degrees Leo. Okay, so it's going to be in the later part of Leo. But this is an excellent time at this new moon to make things happen. And we have Mars now trine Uranus. We had Mars square the week before. So let's not get angry because it's going to shake us up. We're going to go through the weekend. We're going to chill out. We start to regain our energy. And then all of a sudden, boom. But Mars trine Uranus here is going to give us an excellent opportunity to go ahead and put some plans into action. And it still looks like an exciting time. New moons are about planting the seeds of your desires. So do that. Then we've got some emotional stuff going on the Thursday and the 18th of that month of August. The moon's going to be opposite Saturn. Then it's going to be conjoining Mars. Again, it's frustration, then movement, frustration and movement. So that middle part of August is going to be a little challenging for us, but I think we're going to get through it. No problem. And then the moon moves into another nice balanced energy on Saturday the 19th. It moves into Libra, more balanced energy. And then we have a sextile, a very good opportunistic placement between the moon and Venus on the 20th. Then the moon moves into Scorpio on the 21st. And then here we go for another round of what the fucks, all right? So every Wednesday is going to be a what the fuck moment in some form or fashion. I'm telling you, everything's going to change week by week. The world stage is going to be unbelievable. It's going to be popping. We've got on the 22nd, again, energy shift going towards Wednesday. Mars opposite Neptune. So again, there's this push and pull. What is going on here, you know? That new moon, by the way, is going to be taking place in your 4th house. So this is getting things in balance in your home, redecorating, cleaning, getting things done, making your Leo den very beautiful and inviting and seductive, you know? Get rid of that clutter. Maria Kondo that shit, you know what I mean? For that. All right, so I backtracked, but we're going forward to the 23rd, okay? So just so you know, it's happening in your 4th house. Got a little excited there, Leo, sorry. But here we are at that new moon, and it's action. You're going to be throwing stuff out you never thought you'd throw out before. Really. Home is going to be probably doing a lot of entertaining at home starting on the 16th, so you might as well get your house clean because no one wants to see your dirty, shitty underwear all over the place. You're too proud to have that happen, right, Leo? All right, so then we blaze through this weekend, another harmonious weekend. I'm telling you, the weekends, they're kind of giving us a break in between these crazy wonky Wednesdays. Wonky Wednesdays in August, I'm telling you. Wow. Then again, like I said, we're talking on the 22nd. Mars is opposite Neptune. It's going to be this forcing the veil to be lifted. And then we're shifting into Virgo season. The sun is going to be moving into Virgo on the 23rd. And not only that, ding, 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 Mercury begins to go retrograde on the 23rd. It's going to be retrograde till the 14th of September. So we're going to have a 3-week period where we don't want to sign any contracts, start a new job, take out a loan, tell somebody off. You're going to regret that shit. So don't do that. All right. Now the energy we got some trines going on here. The Mars is making a trine to Pluto. That softens this energy up, you know. It's time to get things done towards the end of the month. You know, it's time for review. Mercury retrograde is always review. Go back to the drawing board. Okay. And then as we go and start getting ready for the weekend, it's going to be in Capricorn, a little bit more serious energy. The sun is going to be opposite Saturn. Mars is moving into Libra, forcing justice. I'm telling you, watch the world news. Then again, here we go. Last week in August, Uranus goes retrograde starting on the 28th. And Uranus is going to be retrograde till January 27th. So that's a long time. So it'll kind of like those tower moments, you know, in a tarot are going to subside. You know, now it's time that energy is going to rein back a little bit. But then we have another full moon in Pisces, and that's going to be taking place in your eighth house, spirituality. Huge moment of faith here, you know, testing your intuition, illuminating things. With this full moon in Pisces is going to be a very emotional full moon, you know. Let's get ready for that. How do we feel? You know, it's going to be taking place in the eighth house, which has to do with healing, spirituality, sex. Another thing, let's go ahead and take a look at the your chart. Where'd it go? Bing, bing, bing. There it is. I wanted to make a note because I was checking this chart out before I hit record, and there are going to be a lot of sexually frustrated Leos this month. It's all ramping up. So put your energy into cleaning your house or redecorating or painting the whole goddamn thing, you know. It will do you a lot of good. So just be aware of that, Leo. Yeah, find a better outlet for your sexual frustrations, okay? So that kind of closes out the month. Let's go back to the calendar. And then, you know, we were going to have Venus moving forward into Virgo. You know, now relationships are going to start to solidify. You know, those exes aren't coming back anymore. So I hope this helped, Leo. We're going to have one hell of a month. So just remember, midweek, every single week, every Wednesday this August, the energy is going to shift. You're going to see a lot play out towards the middle of the month on the world stage. And it could be a reflection on what's going on with you. You know, are you taking action? Are you taking the right action? Did you get perspective on things? Leo, don't give up the fight. Stand your ground. This is still your season until the 23rd. So make every day count. Leo, kings and queens, I love you all. Thank you, and I will see you in September.